Pairing. So always
pairing with Facebook.
just refresh the group and see, make sure we're there. I think we are.
Oh my God, I can see myself.
Not that bad.
No, I can see it. Like I'm looking at it on. That's so weird. Look at that. I'm looking at it on Facebook as we speak.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all well and had a good day. I am joined by Chloe Smith from Tuft, and she's going to tell us all about her exciting new project. And going to talk about her exciting new project designed for pet groomers such as yourselves. So, welcome, Chloe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Had a busy day?
Always. We're getting prepared for our first event. So it's been a bit go. If anyone follows me on Instagram, they'll see that my conservatory has just turned into looks like an Amazon warehouse right now. And we're going to ship it all off to Blenheim Palace tomorrow. So giving out lots of goodie bags. So it's just full of stuff.
Nice. Where are you going to be tomorrow?
Blenheim Palace.
What time?
It's Pause at the Palace, all about dogs.
Right, Pause at the Palace. Okay, well, I should think all our groomers are probably busy tomorrow, but if they are around, then they can come and say hello in person, can't they?
It's Saturday and Sunday, so yeah, you should be able to come down and say hi one of the days.
Awesome.
If you want, you get to meet Barkley as
well. Barkley? Who's Barkley?
Oh, you'll have to find out.
I'll check out your Instagram account then.
He may or may not be a dog.
I wonder. So you approached me a while ago, and we've been talking about a brand new product called Tuft, and we'll go into that in a bit. But maybe introduce yourself, tell people about who you are, your background, and how you've come about into this Facebook group and talking to all of us dog groomers.
Cool. So I am originally sort of trained in branding and marketing. Now I run my own agency separately from this, and I had the idea for Tuft about 3 years ago now, and it was simply born out of when I was younger. We got our first puppy, which is lovely, but I was 9 years old and my dad was calling around for a groomer. So when he was calling around for a groomer, obviously, sometimes the groomers are busy, naturally, they couldn't get through. And then at the time, bless him, he's looking through the yellow pages, showing my age, and he's looking for dog groomers and stuff like that, and recommendations, word of mouth. Anyway, he just found it a really frustrating process. Obviously, I didn't pay much attention to this when I was younger. But unfortunately, our little Rosie died. She was a little Yorkshire Terrier. And she was 18 years old, so she had great innings, but obviously it broke my heart. First dog. And about a year later, when we'd all gotten over it, I say gotten over it, that sounds really harsh, you know, we were prepared to get another puppy. My parents got another dog. Now they got another hairy breed. They got a Shorkie, so a Shih Tzu and a Yorkshire Terrier, and it needs grooming. And lo and behold, they did exactly the same process. They phoned around for a groomer. They looked online. They looked online for a local one. They looked on Facebook. They looked for recommendations. It was just like this big disparate process for finding a groomer. And because of what I do in branding and marketing, I work with companies on user experience and sort of user journeys, so how we get from A to B on certain things. Yeah. And I thought, surely, since I was 9 years old, someone has developed a way for us owners to book you groomers straight away. Nah, no one's done it. So this was 3 years ago, and because of the agency, I kind of just I got really busy. And I was still thinking about it, and we bought the domain name, bought the name, kind of left it on the back burner. And then about a year ago, my sister got a dog, and she was also hairy, and she also had the same frustration. And I was like, no, come on, this cannot still be a thing. Anyway, I was like, well, sod it then, I'm going to do it. let's go. Well, I know now why it hasn't been done, because it's freaking hard. So there's so many variables in this industry. God bless you all, because oh my God, like there are so many different things you have to think of. And obviously I had to put myself in the mindset of a groomer. I'm already been a dog owner, so I know how that process goes and what I would like as an experience as a millennial to book the dog groomer. So I sort of jumped on Facebook and I was trying to get some feedback from people as to what features they would like, whether they would like to try the app, whether they'd like to be part of our beta testing. And I got really good feedback, like, when's this coming out? We really need to be on this. Like, can you explain more to me? So it was really good sort of feedback. And then the pandemic hit and I was just like, well, okay, well, that's that idea out the window. Anyway, we decided to self-fund rather than go down an investment route. And we've built the product that you see today, which is the UK's first, and I can say that, the UK's first fully integrated business management software that is attached to a live client app. Your client downloads the app, you have your booking system, they connect together.
Okay,
and
cool.
Here we are.
So we're going to look at this, aren't you? You're going to show us a little bit around the system. But first of all, being from marketing and branding, how did you come up with the name Tuft?
I didn't actually want the name Tuft. I was involved in a legal battle that I didn't want to take on. So I changed it last minute. It was originally called Floof. And then, yeah, I mean, I won't go into it, but no. Yeah, I mean, 3 days before the trademark went in, someone was like, and that obviously made me really angry and really sad. And that's all over Instagram. If anyone wants to watch my mental breakdown, you can go on there and see it. I've documented it all.
That's interesting. And we've had a chat recently about trademarks, and that's something that the grooming industry, talk about a lot, actually. So that's quite interesting that you've kind of, what should we say, fallen foul of it, maybe?
Oh, yeah, 100%. And I'm in branding and marketing. But honestly, we were advised that even though there was a company similar, there was no logos, no website. They weren't even doing what we were doing, but they just took umbrage to it and decided that we weren't allowed it. So I was like, well, sod you then. I'm going to pivot and we're going to call it Tuft. And now it's better.
Like it. Pivot.
So that's how we got the name. So it wasn't the original name. And also it wasn't the original name, which is funny. The original name was just Groomer, but then everyone told me that you can't have an app called Groomer.
No, I think people might not want to download that or touch that with their phones for their lives, but they...
Yeah, I got that feedback quite early on. They were like, Chloe, what are you doing, mate? No.
I had a very similar experience, actually, with my initial company name, which was Be the Groomer. Now, that obviously people understand that in the industry, but when I go out and tell people outside the industry, they're like, yeah, what kind of groomer are you being?
Everyone was like, I don't think anyone's going to download that, Chloe.
Yeah. So, and
I had to pivot quite quickly.
And, you know, obviously it's good that you've taken on the feedback the same as I did with my name, but how did you then go out and do your research? Who did you, obviously, like you said, you're the dog owner, so you'd come at it from an owner's perspective, but where did you go and who did you speak to from a groomer perspective to do your research?
So we put together a little A team, as they like to be, as I like to refer to them, and they are 6 groomers with loads and loads of experience in the industry. Now, I basically said, right, here's all my ideas, give me some feedback, and then we'll develop it together, essentially. So there's a team of 6 actual industry groomers that are helping. All
right, cool. And do you just approach these people at random, or were they people you knew?
I did. No, didn't know any groomers. I just said, look, I'm a startup business. I'm not a massive corporate. Even my agency is not a massive corporate. It's a little agency, and there's a gap in the market. Would you like to help? Essentially, and they jumped on board because there is a gap in the market and they want to be part of it. So whilst there is software that you can get online and you can book online and that's fine, it still doesn't connect you to a front end app. which is the important part, because us millennials, we love an app, don't we? We love an app.
Everything's on our phone, isn't it?
Everything's on our phone. So I just really created it for dog groomers and their clients rather than just dog groomers. I made the whole sort of customer experience for them as well a lot easier, because everything's done via an app and your calendar's all controlled. I'll show you through everything, but it was an interesting one because they were so enthusiastic about it, bless them. And they've been sort of paramount to success. I really hope they're watching.
They might be in my group. I don't know if you're going to tell us who they are, whether that's top secret, but I don't
know if they want. Yeah, well, actually, they've put it on Instagram recently, so they must be proud of it. So, okay. I mean,
if they want to say who they are, if they're in the group and they're watching, feel free to put your names in the chat. But
I can say names. We've got James, we've got Sib, we've got Emma, we've got Lindsay, we've got Julian, and we've got Harriet. So there's 6 of them. And hello, if you're watching, you are the best.
And did they bombard you with product updates and bombard you with questions? And
they didn't actually. No, they didn't. So because of my background in user experience, I obviously did a lot of research myself. So it was more of a case of, look, this is what I've got. Tell me if that's what you need. And then when we went live with the dashboard, they come back to me and said, look, Chloe, we need this as a standard. We need this as you need to put this in as a feature before you launch the app and stuff like that. So within about 3 days, we added about 4 or 5 features into the dashboard that were paramount to sort of running a dog grooming business. We had all the basics, but that's the thing, isn't it? I am a small company, so it's not all bells and whistles right away. But believe me, it's going to be the whole shebang. It's gonna light up like a freaking Christmas tree. Like, it's going to be beautiful, and it's beautifully designed because that's my background, right?
Yeah, that's right. Come on in. Let's have a look. Let's show us your show your screen, and let's have a look at the program itself.
Okay, right.
How does you might cover this, but how does the groomer use the program? Does the groomer use the app, or is it all through desktop? Or
groomer uses online at the moment, but there will be an app coming. So we've got the dashboard over here, and you can probably see my phone down here. Hopefully, can you see my phone, Bill?
Yeah. Yep.
Screen next to it. Okay, cool. So we have, now this is a complete exclusive for you because this app is not actually launched yet. This app is still going through the bloody Apple process, which God forbid I'm going to kill someone. Right, anyway, so this is your groomer's dashboard, and obviously it interacts with this app over here. So you can see that I'm Tuft and Towels in London and I'm Tuft and Towels over here. So if we go into here, we've got a profile. Now your profile itself has got an about, you've got your opening times, you can contact, you've got an about us, we've got some Tuft awards coming soon. We've got a map on there as well. We've got reviews. Don't know, oh yeah, I've left myself some reviews, look at that. We can favourite the groomer, so they add themselves into the favourite lists. And we go into our favourite list, and then obviously our favourite groomers pop up. There we go, look at that, lovely. So it's a bit slow.
Nice to see you're not. Nice to see you only use one groomer and you're not groomer hopping.
No, exactly. So you can favourite your groomer and you can keep going back to the same one. We're encouraging it. You can book your appointments up to 12 months out, I think it is. So if you want to book in for the next 12 months, you go for it.
Nice.
Anyway, so we've got Tuft and Towels right now on the back end. So this is my groomer dashboard for the back end. So if we click into Tuft and Towels, we'll see we've got some services here. So we've got the Tufty Towel Wash, we've got the testing, and we've got the refresh. Obviously, these aren't real services. So £100 for a refresh, it's probably not industry standard. So I probably wouldn't copy it. Any new groomers out there, don't do that.
No, go for it.
So if we go into our services, you'll see they're reflected on the back end. Now we've got a refresh, testing, and a Tufty Towel Wash. Now we've got 2 types of bookings because obviously we all know there are hundreds of dogs with all different coat types and all different sizes.
Yeah.
So this was our biggest challenge because God love you, groomers. How do you keep all this information in your head? Anyway, so what we did is we sort of created a table whereby it's based on size and coat type. So you pop in, if you're doing a wire head breed, you pop in a price for that, say, I don't know, £5. I'm making this up. So £30 for that one. I'm just going to do this really quickly. And so you give it a name. I know, Chloe's special brush. I don't know. Don't judge me. So that's a variable price service. Now, if we publish that and we refresh the app by going back into the Groomer's profile, look at that. We've got another service down there. Chloe's special brush from £5 because I entered £5 and it's a variable service. So it'll be based on the dog.
Okay.
If we add a fixed price service, now this can be things like nail clipping.
Yeah.
So we go nail clipping, and that doesn't matter what you price it. Sorry, it doesn't matter what size or coat type the dog is.
£15. No,
Anytime
15.
you like. 15? Okay,
yeah.
Sure.
Come on, we encourage good bit of pricing here.
This isn't real, Bill.
It's a bit of mindset though.
There's not a shop called Tuft and Tails. Please don't try and book me. I have no idea what to do with your dog.
I can't help it. Push your prices up.
Yeah. And then we go back in there and you see we've got a nail clip down the bottom there. Now, so that's your services. We've got a fixed price and a variable price, and you set all of those yourself. Now, if you want to give a few extras, I know you want to upgrade the shampoo or something like that, you can always set the time to 0, so it doesn't add any extra time to the time block in your calendar, but it does add extra prices. So you can say like, oh, the extra shampoo is like £5. Anyway, so if I go Tufty Tail Wash, please. And who are we grooming? So we've got multiple pets and they've got multiple sizes and multiple coat types. We are not grooming Chloe Smith. This is test data, Bill. I just have to reiterate that. Please do not tell me off. And we've got Greg the cockapoo. I think he is. I think he's definitely a cockapoo.
Yeah.
So you see the variable pricing on there because Greg is a different breed to Chloe Smith, who is more expensive apparently. So if we now go into the Tufty's Towel Wash, we'll see that Greg at £55 is apparently a smooth, short, small dog. Let's test that theory, shall we? Let's have a look at my pet profile. We'll go back, pet profile, over here. Here's Greg. He's a Chihuahua smooth. He's a small, smooth dog. Lovely. If we change that small, smooth dog to £500, there we go. Is that all right, Bill? Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Well,
then we go back into the same groomer. Don't charge £500 for a small dog, guys. Then we'll see Tufty Towel Wash, and Greg is now £500. Right, so let's go through the booking process. So we'll book Greg, and we will try and find an appointment for Greg. Now, you'll see that Thursday's obviously today, so we're not booking an appointment today. We've got Friday. So we'll go over here into our salon settings, opening hours. Now, your opening hours are here. You can set them to whatever you like, between whatever times. Now, you'll see on here, on the app, Saturday is highlighted as you being able to book an appointment. Let's switch Saturday off because you're now closed on a Saturday. Let's go back into the find a time. You're now closed on the Saturday. You cannot book on a Saturday. So that is one of the benefits of the app. Control your calendar now. So if we go, I don't know, 11 o'clock on tomorrow. Let's do that, confirm the details. We're booking in for Greg. Booking added successfully, and we agree to the release forms, which are standard across the board. So they have to agree to all the cut-offs, all the seniors, all the creative cuts, all of that stuff. We've popped that in a pop-up that they have to agree to, so no more forms. Brilliant. And agree to the COVID stuff, which is basically just make sure you know your COVID rules.
Yeah.
Confirm the booking. You can pay a deposit on the app. Oh, something went wrong. Awkward. Anyway, the booking is confirmed. And now if we go to the calendar, which is here, we'll see we have a Tufty Towel Wash for Greg at £500. Look at that.
There are a few of those.
And then when he gets to the salon, Greg is a bit of a mess, bless him. Oh, why did I do that? I'm getting too excited. I need to calm down. One sec. Technical error, guys. One sec. We can cut that bit out, can't we?
No, it's all live, warts and all.
Brilliant. Okay. There we go. We're back. We're back in the room. This is a really handy app, by the way, if anyone wants to download this as well. It's called Screencast. Really handy. $2.99 App Store. Not being paid for that advertising. Should be, though. Right. Okay. So we've got our booking. We see Greg over here. Now, Greg, bless him, came into the store and he was a bit matted. So the little lamb took a lot extra on the table. He was playing up on the table and he had lots of mats and it was really uncomfortable for him. So actually it took a lot more of your time. So you need to charge £20 extra. Now, the reason is that he was matted. Okay, so that updates your booking total there. You can save that. And then when we go into old Greg over here, if we can find him amongst my, these are all my test people. I don't know, because I've called them all Chloe Smith like a genius. I can't even search for them. We've got bookings here, we've got booking ID, so if anyone queries their booking, you can go, oh, well, I know what booking that was. And then we've got the Tufty Towel Wash, and we've got, oh, no, that's not the booking we had for Greg. Oh, do you know why? Because we didn't complete the booking yet. There we go. Silly me. So let's complete the booking. Save that. Lovely. Go into clients. Let's find Chloe again. Oh. There I am. Greg. Grooming. Oh. Okay. Should be here now. There we go. Oh, no, it's not coming up. Oh, that's a bug, isn't it? Anyway, your grooming history is over here, guys. We can cut that bit out. You definitely need to drop a text to the developers right now. Let me just refresh that. It's definitely comes up. Anyway, so you've got your grooming history and your grooming notes within one section of the app. And I did booking Greg, didn't I? Perhaps it's because it's in the future. I can't actually see it.
When you updated the price, does the customer get any notification via the app that the price has been updated?
They don't at the moment, but that's simply because we're only taking deposits on the app, and it's more of a notification for the groomer to say that that's how much they're charging the client. But what we are looking to do is integrate a payment system into it, like a fully fledged payment system. Obviously, we're a small company and you have to go through PCI compliance and all of that stuff. So I really don't want to do that right now. And so it makes it really sort of difficult for us to do the full payment up front, but deposits seem to be fine based on our research. And the deposit side of things, you can actually set between fixed percentage and combination. So for example, you could do a fixed deposit for anything under £20 and say you do £5 deposit. And then you take a 15% deposit on anything over 50 quid. Right, so it would calculate it all for you. Yeah. Cool. So if we go back to the calendar, we'll go back into Tuft and Towels, we'll go back into Greg. So it's Friday the 2nd of July at 11 to 11:45. Now, one of the things you can do is upload an image of the dog once it's been groomed. Check that's the right image. Yeah, he's turned into a fox terrier. I mean, that's some magical grooming. So you add a history for him, and he's meant to update, but I don't want to go back in there now because it doesn't seem to be working, which is annoying. Anyway, technical error.
With the photo, sorry, I've got another question. With the photos, can the groomer use their, once the app's available? So say Greg came in with a manky toe or a really long toenail that was just about to cut into his pad. Can the groomer take a photo of that using their phone via the app and then update the customer's records with that photo?
Not via the app at the moment. It would be. Sorry, the customer can update the. Is that what you're asking? Can the customer update photos?
I'm just giving you ideas now, aren't I? I'm thinking.
No.
you've got the dog on the table, you know, it's got a really long toenail, it's just cutting into the pad. So you want to make a record of that so that you can tell the customer, you know, it wasn't us that cut the pad, the nail was already touching it or cutting into it. So I've taken a quick photo and I've uploaded it into your dog's file, sort of thing.
Into your dashboard. So yeah, what you can do is you could go to messages and quickly send it to them.
Yeah.
So we've got a messaging system. And you can attach a photo up there, and you can say, right, well, this is what happened, or I'm adjusting the price because of this, or like the example that you just gave, and then it's a paper trail for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can just go retrospectively add that in later. But we are going to bring out an app that you can just be able to do all of that sort of stuff on. And the client can upload a picture of the dog currently as well. So if they can choose a photo. Oh, it's a bit dodgy getting my photos up.
Yeah, sanitize your camera roll.
Just all of my face. Here we go. Look, you can choose that. And we say, right, okay, so I've uploaded my photo. And the user image comes up here. So you get a user image and a groomer image. And it all goes in their record. So if we go back to the app, I'll show you how you can manage it. So that is now, if we come out of the app, which a customer will do once they've booked, they go back into it, they'll be able to, so it says, how was your booking? So leave a review for Tuft and Towels, rate this booking, it was great, lovely, bill was wonderful.
And who sees those? Is that anyone that uses the Tuft?
No, just the groomer.
Just the groomer.
But it comes down the bottom here, so you can see it's been reviewed several times. And oh no, that's a lie. You can see it on here because you can go literally into the groomer's profile and see their reviews. And then in here, if we go into customer reviews, you will get notifications and stuff like this, so you won't ever miss a review or appointment or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then so I've just reviewed here. Lovely, bill was wonderful. So you can actually review the client as well, which is interesting. So the client can't actually see this. It's a bit like Uber. It's a bit like Uber. So if you go in and say this customer was a no-show and didn't pay me. I don't know if that happens in the industry. Anyway, you're not actually sending a reply. You're not replying to it. It's never seen by the groomer. So I need to get them to update that button. But essentially, that then goes into their profile. As I said, we're still in development, so you can forgive any bugs, hopefully, and you do get a 30-day free trial with it. So we're updating all the time, and those little updates will come through. But I promise you they don't get seen by the client.
Okay.
And then, so yeah, I've been through the messages, been through the calendar. The shop is actually coming soon. So that's our second phase of development. Now that'll be for you guys to sell any of your sort of products, any accessories and things like that. And you can basically set up a little e-commerce store. And that will come up just under your profile under here when it's ready. And they'll be able to shop you directly.
How much contact do you have with the customer? Can they phone you and book in manually? So I see there's the client button there, or do you ask them to do everything through the app?
Entirely flexible, entirely up to you. Some clients' demographics means that they probably won't even be using apps, and that's fine. Some older customers, your dashboard will still work without the app. It still has the SMS reminders and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's not necessary. Obviously, we would encourage it because it's a better user experience. But and that's kind of the journey that we want to push people down. But yeah, it works either way. It's very flexible.
So you can have a client phone up and you can register a new client via the phone, or someone who's downloaded.
Add a new appointment. Add a new appointment. You select the appointment. Well, she hasn't got any pets. She hasn't got any pets either. Sorry, I deleted a load of my profiles. Radish is going to be booked in. Service is going to be a nail clip. No packages, date, and no. Tomorrow at, you'll see as well, I can't book in for more than I'm open. Sorry, I was just trying to find a time. Can't book in for longer than I'm open for. There we go. You go down there and you've got Chloe Smith and she's in for a nail clip.
Awesome.
And it's Radish.
Okay.
There we go. All done. So some of the other features we've got coming as well, which are really exciting, is the dog map. So if the dog's got any like little cuts or grazies or skin conditions on certain parts of his body, you'll be able to mark that with a grooming note for that particular part of the body. I'm going to try and get it up for you. This is obviously the prototype, so don't judge me if I have to click through 1,000 things to get through it. But it's a really interesting feature. Let's see if it works. There we go. So we'll do calendar, and then we go into Katie Burns, and then I know she's got Alan Walker, Groomer images, user images, enable revised cost. Oh no, we've got to say this is what I mean. We have to do it by the prototype. We have to do it in a certain order. We've got the dog map. Here we go. This is what I'm speaking about. So you highlight over him. I know his left leg or his main body. Coat very matted. Took an extra 30 minutes, and then you save that. And that also goes into the client record. So that's the development we're working on.
Excellent. What does the calendar look like if you have multiple dogs booked in at the same time? Is that possible?
Yes. So you go. You're probably going to focus on the app now. So if we go a refresh and book it in for Chloe and Greg. Again, it's the same thing. So you book in an appointment. Let's choose 4 o'clock. I agree. I've obviously set my deposit to 0 for. And this is a fake card, guys. And the obviously because I set my percentage. You remember I set the percentage of the thing. So if it was over a certain amount, so obviously last time it was free because it was under a certain amount, but now I've got to pay a deposit because it's percentage based. Oh, 2055. Jesus. Long card date. Payment successful.
It's done.
And then we go down to, let's just refresh this. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting on my knees because I had to be next to a PowerPoint. Right, there we go.
I see, so just overlaps.
Chloe Smith, Greg. Yeah.
So how do you check them out? So they've come in.
Oh, I've done it again. Sorry,
you've knocked the app off. So they've had their grooms.
Yeah.
How do you check them out? And
sorry, I'm not good at this, am I? It's about to come back now. It's because I locked my phone. Rookie.
There you go.
Back. Sorry, what was the question?
So you finished Chloe and Greg. All done.
Yep.
How do you?
All done.
What do you do at the end of the process?
So you say, I'm in progress. You're in progress. You save that.
Yeah.
And then we go to the client would go. They'd get a notification that says we're washing Greg. I don't know why I found that funny. It's not funny. It's because I thought of Greg Wallace and it was just really weird.
I suddenly just thought I suddenly thought of like pizza delivery where you say your pizza's in the oven and then you get a notification saying it's on its way.
Washing Greg. Yeah.
Greg is in the bath.
In progress. Exactly. So if we go here, then I've got to find the right one now. Here we go. In progress. Comes up as a green bar rather than a pink one. And then if we go into here, do a completed, And we save that. Then we go into the same appointment. It says completed. And it grays itself out and says rate this booking.
So they come in. Would they pay via the app, or they come in?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So they would pay the salon directly.
Yeah.
But what we are looking at doing is either, like I said, sorry.
Stop knocking your phone.
Actually, idiot. What is wrong with me? Right. Give me a sec. Sorry, guys. Sorry. If anyone's still watching, I'd be surprised. But
well, they are watching. We've got questions coming in.
No, don't tell me how many. Don't want to know.
Put you under the spotlight.
There we go. Right. Sorry. What was the question again?
It was just like, what's the I'm just trying to imagine the sort of client journey through the
user experience. Okay, so the person comes, picks the dog up, and it goes through the current payment system that the groomer is using in the salon. Now, what we're going to do is obviously we're going to integrate a system into the app itself for taking the rest of the transaction.
Right.
If they use like a Square or an iZettle or something like that to take payments, we're going to try and integrate those systems as well. But obviously, I am self-funded, so give me a little bit of time to pop that in, and there will be loads of updates coming over sort of the next sort of 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, how much money does it cost to integrate these sort of services, just to give people an idea as to what you're kind of looking at? Because we sit there and look at our computer systems going, oh, it's not doing this or it doesn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for me, because it's so expensive, or it's just not that simple.
Yeah. No, it's not. So the quote for the next phase of the app is £20,000.
Wow. Well, to integrate,
that's just to add to the shop.
Integrate the services into it. Yeah. I just think that's quite important, because you know, we're very used to luxury. We're used to Apple and Android giving us like these fantastic apps and stuff, but they have a lot of money behind them. So we need to be understanding, don't we, when we're dealing with these software companies?
Please be understanding.
It's just not that simple.
To be fair, no, it's not. It's been 6 months in development.
Yeah. So,
and I'm not going to lie, it's not perfect. It has bugs in it, but you know what? The first pancake is never perfect, and the lovely lady that told me that is a genius, because she was like, Chloe, don't worry, it's never perfect first time, you can always reiterate. And that's the thing, it's £25 a month. We don't take commission on your transactions via the services. Like we're giving a lot here.
And things like your help center, is that like an FAQ, or is there a live sort of help system to it?
It's not live on now, but we was going to put a live chat on it. But I was just wondering how many people would actually use it. Because it's all about the app and sort of like how to use it. But there's also one for pet owners as well for the app side. So that all integrates on the app. So if you go here and then go into your profile, you'll see that took me to dog groomers straight away. If I go to help here, it'll take me to dog owners.
Right.
Or pet owners, because obviously you can't exclude cats.
Yeah.
But we are right now, because you know that's another development, and God, I might lose my house.
I would say,
I'm joking, I haven't got one. I'm a millennial.
I would say a live chat function would be a really good part of the.
Well, we do have a WhatsApp group, so when you join, you can join on the WhatsApp group. It's called The Pack, and we will help you out. There'll be someone on that sort of between the hours of 11 and 6 every day. So.
Cool. Okay. Should we
do like a live chat? I think it's just been approved.
It has, isn't it?
Seeing this live.
Everyone, quick, go and have a look. Should we do some questions?
No, don't download it yet. No, I'm doing the announcement tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't take this away from me.
Should we do some questions for you?
Yeah.
All right, Elliot says whoop whoop. The opposite says hello. Elliot Whitehouse. So we've got Katie Jane.
Oh, Elliot. Hi, Elliot.
So, right. So how clear is it that this is a variable price? So this question came in when we were talking about pricing. My current system offers a from price, but customers are always very surprised when the price is more. Also, with the dog profile, do owners choose the coat type and size, or is it determined by the breed? For example, can a customer with a working cocker set their profile up as a smooth coat? And how do we educate the customers about that as well?
Let's have a look, shall we? Shall we add a pet? Let's add a pet. Here we go. Right, I will take names. Who wants to name this pet? Let's go. Let's put you out to a vote. Who wants to name the pet?
There's a bit of a delay on the feed, so we'll go.
All right, Bill, you name the pet.
Go Chip.
Chip. There we go. Look, Chip is a collie. We're called Chip. Is he a boy or a girl? Or is he gender neutral?
Is a he? Well, it was until he saw the bits. Don't know his date of birth. Don't know.
Well, that makes you a terrible dog owner, Bill. Let's be honest.
He was imported from Dubai.
Jesus. Breed. There we go. Collie. Yeah, he's a smooth collie.
So, is this pre-populated by yourselves, or do we have the option to add those breeds in and to add those that detail in ourselves?
As clients, no.
As a groomer.
As a groomer. So what we're doing at the moment is we're going to add a obviously at the moment it's little old me researching breeds, but we're going to add the functionality for groomers to add a breed which will be globally available for all other groomers. If they find a breed that's not there, it will come up and it will say dog name, size and coat type. You just put in 3 fields and it'll update the database globally, so everyone will have access to it.
Let's just hope people are sensible.
Oh, Dawson's Doggies wants to send me a message. Hi.
Maybe they're watching. I don't know when he was last vaccinated.
It's all right. I'm not actually going to listen to you anymore. I'm just going to do it myself.
So what was that? Go back to Groom Preference.
Oh, so this is like if you know your groom preference. Obviously, there's lots of different grooming things in the industry. Oh, sorry, I'm getting live notifications. Didn't turn those off. Little look into my world there. Completely unorganized. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. But yeah, so you can select sort of multiple, or like you can say that you want a puppy cut, or you can say that you're not sure. Now, if you select puppy, it will obviously go onto your profile so that your groomer knows that you want a puppy cut. However, your groomer can change it, so they can override it.
Yeah.
So they can say actually the dog has a schnauzer cut rather than a puppy cut.
And will will the groomers be able to update that function with their own? Because every groomer is different, aren't they? And some groomers specialize in certain breeds. Some will do Asian fusion. Some will do coloring. Some will just do pet trims, teddy bear face, that sort of stuff. Can you, as a groomer, personalize your sort of part of that app? Or maybe it's an idea too.
I wouldn't say you could personalise it yourself. It would work a little bit like the breed. So if you did update a groom type, it would update globally for the rest of the world.
Okay.
Disabilities, I mean, none. And then you just add the pet. There you go. There's Chip. He's done. And Chip with tuft and towels, because he's a collie. Price from, you'll see there, price from.
Yeah.
And it tells you the price as soon as you look on it. So Chip is £85, and he's as shocked as we are.
And I suppose it's, that's, so I book Chip in, it's from, I think that's the really important bit as a customer. I see it's from £85, because when Chip arrives at the dog shop and is absolutely matted to hell because he's not been near a brush for 2 years, that's not going to be that price, is it? So
no. So if we're going to take a vote right now, if you would prefer me to put a from in there rather than just a literal price, because obviously up there you'll see it says from £5. Obviously it won't be so much of a jump because you'll actually put prices in that are normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want me to write from there, and if everyone would prefer that, and it gives you an element of sort of security around being able to adjust the price when the dog gets there, then that's such an easy change. I can implement that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Katie Jane points out already, isn't she, that the current system that she uses offers a from price, but when customers are always surprised when that price is more, because as a customer, we're always going to choose a lower price, aren't we? We're always going to go for the cheapest
Well,
option.
you can't on the app. You can't choose a lower price.
But I think
because it's set by you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think from would be a good idea so that we don't have that constant battle. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. When we were talking about photos, can the customer see the photos? Like, can we add the photo of the dog and send it to the customer via the app in real time? So I think that's the messenger button, isn't it?
Messenger service. Yep, there we go. Just there.
And
this particular groom is called Funky Pups.
So you can send photos real time. So a lot of groomers, do teeth cleaning. So we like to send befores and afters to our customers. So you could take a quick snap.
That wasn't actually an error, guys. That was me trying to upload a video where I couldn't.
Okay.
I saw some alpacas the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't groom them though. There we go, look.
I'll have a lamb trim like an alpaca, please.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, is the answer to that question. They can see them, you can send them in real time, and they will get a notification on their phones. And I took a screenshot of some of the notifications you get actually, just to show people, because they're really handy to see as well.
Your phone's dropped off again.
Really...
Your phone's dropped off.
I'm really good at this.
And I think a bit of feedback, if once the grooming version of the app is available, you could take the photo through the grooming app to send to the customer, that then cut down that time, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. So I saw something that was really cool the other day. Do you know customers don't really have a clue what their dog type is? Or I'm not generalizing here, but I am kind of generalizing, right? So if you're not as obsessed by dogs as I am, then you're probably not going to know what groom type is. But I saw a really cool app the other day that literally scanned the dog and told you the groom type. We could totally integrate that into the app. How cool would that be? I was just scanning their dog.
So the customer could scan their dog and it will tell them what the breed is.
Yeah, and it'd fill out all the information for them.
What's the app called?
Huh? Don't actually know. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I'll make a note of that. I'm going to contact them.
How about video? Can you take video and then send that via the message system?
I don't know if you can do video at the moment. But again, everything's possible. So send me what you want. I'll make it.
So the photo thing's good because some customers with nervous dogs, they like to see them settled on the table. So some groomers will take a happy snap, I suppose, and send it back to the customer just to make sure that they're reassured that their doggy is happy.
I was going to show you the notifications, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not that one. Although that is a good notification to show. Someone's just using it and they're like, I'm absolutely loving the booking system. Woo! Oh, I think no. There you go. You haven't left a review for Tuft and Towels. It just takes 2 minutes. That's a nice little reminder if they don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not me. I'm just being really careful here what to tap. Reminder, you're visiting Tuft and Towels tomorrow.
Can you
how was Tuft and Towels? Leave a review.
Is that like 24 hours before the appointment they get a notification?
So that's a good question. They get one. Let me just put it back onto Tuft so you're not just looking at
your camera roll.
Of that. Yeah.
Your phone looks like a lot of our groomers. the amount of notifications.
It's what's the question, sorry?
So notifications, how soon before the appointment do you get notifications?
Okay, so what we do is we get So 55 hours before the appointment, they get your grooming session is in the next 48 hours, basically. So it's 55 hours. Now, our policy is if it's 48 hours, before 48 hours, you can cancel. If it's during 48 hours or sooner, you can cancel, but you lose your deposit.
Okay.
And then we're building in a system. I don't know if my competitors are watching here. So, do you know, like I'm giving all these ideas away. They could be just in the background, like building something else, like really quickly.
I think we all have the same idea.
Be careful. Pardon?
So we've got some more questions coming in.
Cool.
If you can make multiple appointments at the same time, how do you stop double bookings, or is it only certain services that can double up?
That was actually an error on that calendar. So I'm not actually using the live app right now. I'm using the demo app, which is my account in the back end. So I'm not actually showing you live what it is, but essentially you go into your salon settings and you set the time between the bookings, which is time needed between bookings, and you can set that to any increment that you want. And basically before and after, you're not allowed to book in an appointment between that.
So you can set up your calendar how you'd like it.
Yep.
Okay.
So it would normally come up like this, but this is a test account, so there's lots of different things going on it, lots of different experiments. But yeah, it would. So these are 15-minute blocks, these little things here.
Right. Okay.
So no clashes is what the answer is there. You shouldn't get clashes because it's always sort of set to how long you need between appointments.
I've got a few things about the from price. Yes, please, to from. And then Lauren says from does not exist in the customer's vocabulary. Yeah. Can we hide?
Well,
can we hide groom preferences? We don't offer colouring or age infusion, and would hate for someone to book in thinking that they could have it at our sort of groomers. So you get to put in your style preference. If you as a groomer don't offer, so we don't offer like a standard poodle trim, say, can we remove that from what we're offering on our app?
So I think that's why I kept it quite generic with those groom preferences, because within your services you can actually just set up a service that describes that cut or that groom type. So if you don't offer it, just don't add it to your services. And most people aren't going to be sure anyway. It's more for a groomer note thing.
Yeah. Okay. Going back to the calendar again, can we set variable times because we don't all groom at the same pace? So our groomers are, I think, not unique, but I haven't seen many people do it. We have, say, we'll start at 9 and we'll have 5 dogs come in at once. And then the next lot come in at sort of 10:30, and then the next lot at 12:30. Whereas some groomers might have one at 9, one at 10, one at 11. Some might have one at 9, one at 9:15. There is just no standard.
And this is why it's so complex to build an app for you guys, because they're all different.
That's right. There is just no standard to it.
There's none. Look, nothing is off the table. So if anyone wants to message me afterwards and say, look, this would be a really great feature, I'd really love for you to build this, it would work really well for my salon, I am more than happy to put that on the development list. Obviously, we have to watch the pennies.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you want an AI system that does the grooming for you by a robotic AI system that, I know, maps to something else and then makes you a cup of tea at the same time, because it's not going to happen. So any ideas that you think, yes, this would be really handy. Look, we're a small team. We're not a massive company. We are open to feedback. If something goes wrong on your app, you need to message me instantly. I will always reply and I will always sort it out. That is going to be a huge thing for Tuft. Customer service is our number one thing. So we are going to be available when you guys are available. For example, just because I work a 9-to-5 job, or I don't actually because I'm doing this, but just because I I used to work a 9-to-5 job. Thanks, guys. I am doing the demos on a Sunday and a Monday because I know you guys, that's when you have your days off typically. So I am flexible. Whilst this is getting on its feet, I want it to work for you guys. This is a system for you guys, and everything is possible. It's just a matter of time before we bring it in.
Yeah, and I think
one of the things that we're adding, which is really cool. Sorry, can I just add something that I'm really excited about? So do you know when you, I don't know if you guys are familiar with booking the Uber, and then when you review it, you can say, can you add a tip? So you know where that pop-up comes up where you're reviewing the groomer? I'm going to add a little thing in the bottom there that says, add a tip to your groomer, and you can like whack them an extra $5. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
See, I've got everything. And you can see all the coming features, little plug here. You can see all the coming features on the website.
Yeah, we'll sort all that out in a sec. We've just got one more question I think it's quite important. Do appointments automatically get accepted by the system, or can you manually add them, as in, or do you get a notification saying accept this appointment?
You don't at the moment, no.
Okay.
So the idea is to make this as accessible to your customer as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I've had a couple of queries about either hiding the salon from the app because you just don't want to be on it, but you want to use our lovely CRM system. And I've had that question whereby you want to be able to accept the appointments that you get given. Now, the only problem with that is that it makes the user journey slightly off from what we planned. It's meant to be a smooth transaction. If they're waiting around for you to accept the appointment, then it's not the user journey that we planned. However, if groomers in their droves say to me, Chloe, we need this appointment, we need this because we don't want every Tom, Dick and Harry booking into our salon, that is absolutely fine. I will take that feedback on board and we will try and build that in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's, you know, I personally at the moment don't use an online system. I'm worried that I walk in on a Monday morning, we have 5 like Newfoundlands booked in that we weren't aware they're going to come in, or something like that. But so these are things that to be looked at to sort of allay those fears, isn't it?
I think so, yeah, and it's a development, right? So this is our MVP. We are going to go for investment, so we are going to do an investment round. So we will be looking at sort of bringing lots of features in quite quickly, all going well. And what I'd like to do is on a monthly basis, if you're part of our newsletter, I'd like to put up all of the features that are coming up, and then you guys vote on which ones you want next. And the winner, that just gets developed that month. So I want to make it a really interactive process. I'm not a groomer. I just love dogs. And if anyone wants me to come and pet a dog for the day or help in the salon, I'm your girl, because I will keep those puppies occupied. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's a very flexible system. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning, and I'm not going to say it's perfect, but actually we've got 30 days to try it out, and I guarantee the system will work for you. That's
it. No system will ever be perfect unless you write it yourself, and we don't do that, do we? One question.
Oh, no, but you can via me.
One question that I think that I have myself is, if we're a groomer and we sign up to Tuft, how do you advertise Tuft to the public? So are we getting, we're relying a little bit on Tuft to get that message out there that we're on the app, and please come and download the app and find us.
And that is where my background comes into play, because I'm in branding and marketing. Yes, we'll be doing national campaigns for the app. So we're doing pre-downloads of the app right now. We're doing the event tomorrow, which we'll be encouraging. It's a bit of a chicken and egg situation, right? Because we don't want to go too hard on the market and on the app side, because not all groomers are onboarded yet. Now we've got 350 of you to onboard. So it is chicken and egg. If the groomer's not in the area, I don't want them to have a bad user experience thinking there's no groomers in their area. So it relies a little bit on people signing up for at least 30 days and trying the system out.
Yeah.
And then the clients go on there, and then they'll be able to use the app. And when you upload your client list onto the app, they just get pinged a little message that says, hey, I'm now on Tuft. It puts a little deep link in there. So it's not just sending them to the app so they can see all your competitors. It puts a deep link in there, sends them straight to your profile, and they can see that you're on the app. We have been trying to be careful with that user journey because, as I said, it's a bit chicken and egg. But it's always going to be chicken and egg at first. But yes, we will be doing all the marketing campaigns around Tuft.
And I was just thinking it's a good opportunity actually for new groomers that are coming into the industry, because if you do go onto Tuft and you're the only one in your area that is on Tufts, then maybe you're going to start picking up all that work. I'm just thinking about Just Eat. I live in the countryside. There's Just Eat just doesn't work for us. But now there's an Indian takeaway on it. Guess what I'm going to be booking? You know, exactly, I've got no choice.
Exactly.
So if you got,
and I've already thought of that user journey. So when a new groomer comes into the area, if you've made no bookings previously on the app, I don't want to take custom away from anyone. If you've made no bookings on the app previously, i.e. you haven't picked a groomer yet, you will get a ping saying a groomer has opened in your area. All future development, but it's all coming. It's all in the pipeline. And that's why I work so bloody hard.
And sorry, I've got loads, keep firing questions at you. I hope I don't annoy you, but
please.
So something that we were talking about, wasn't it? So if you've got a groomer who has got sort of a database of say 600 clients already, and they want to make the jump, they want to make a switch over to Tuft, they're going to have to import all of their clients over. How does that work? How is that?
So we will send you an Excel template. You essentially just put all the fields in that you see when you add a new client here. Now they're not the client details. They're not all mandatory. So you don't have to have all the details up front to add a client. And if you had photos of your actual clients, that would be a bit weird. So I wouldn't expect you to have photos of your actual customers. But that's the point. When they go in, when they get a ping, they'll complete the rest of their profile. So if you want to be cheeky about it, you just give them all a ping and get them to complete their profile. Little loophole there for everyone. But essentially we give you a spreadsheet and it gives you all these contact details. It'll give you the dog's name, all the basics, all the fields that you see in here, and then you just upload that to the system.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, download the database from one system, chuck it onto
in a CSV file. So it's called a .csv file. And
just import it in. Cool. So how do people go about contacting you, going for the trial? What do they need to do? And I'll put all this in the chat as well.
Yeah, no worries. So if you just go to /Pet Groomers, tuftapp.com/Pet Groomers, and you go to view pricing. No, I think I'm gonna have to log out because I'm already logged in.
Yeah,
they won't give me it, but let me just log out real quick and do that again. You go to Pet Groomers, go view pricing, you go to your free trial, start your free trial. Got some questions on the side there as well. And just go in, proceed to checkout. So you get a 30-day free trial automatically. You pop in your details. And a really important next step that I've had a few questions on, because we are such a new company, we keep ending up in spam. So if you sign up and don't receive an email from us, which should be instant, just check your spam. It should be in there because it automatically generates you a password and tells you how to log in. Gives you all the instructions you need.
Cool. Okay.
And then when you log into the system as a fresh groomer, I might show you that process actually if you've got time, if you log in.
Yeah. I'll just quickly answer a question for Lauren. Most databases will allow you to download your customer details onto a .csv file, which opens up in Excel. And then another company such as Tuft, will provide you with a blank CSV file and you transfer it over. If it's something that you're struggling with, I can put you in touch with someone who is awesome at it and can help you out with that.
Oh, her name's Jules, isn't? Is that Jules that you're talking about?
Yes.
Cool.
Katie,
Okay, so you go to Pet Groomers. Oh, no, go on.
I was just saying, Katie said she signed up back in January. Do I need to do this too, or is she already registered?
You should have gotten it. That's the thing. You should have got an email inviting you to sign up and go through the process. That's really sad. Sorry.
Check your spam.
Yeah, basically check your spam. Everyone check their spam, because yeah, there's a lot of you on there who haven't signed up yet.
Right, so we're Pet Groomers. We're going to sign up for the first time.
We are going to sign up. So obviously this is the staging site. So don't go to this. You go to, I'm literally showing you the process. You go to tuftapp.com/pet groomers. This is the dummy site. So please don't go here. You can, you just won't get a subscription.
Yeah, I'll put that in the comments.
Thanks. We go here. This is all testing. So don't worry. I'm not going to show you my card details or anything like that. So go through here. The only problem is I need to make an email address. Okay. Anyway, so Chloe Smith. I'm going to do this the back end way. This is not the way you'll do it. I'm just demonstrating. I'm going to put my office address in there because that's public knowledge anyway. So
Yes.
That's not my actual address right now. So I know I'm going to put in there. No, not that one. That's my actual. I don't know. It's fine. Sod it. You can find it. Chloe at tuftapp.com. And then your payment details. This is obviously in test mode, so don't put this payment details in. It's not my actual account. You just say I've read and accept. Obviously it's 0 because you get a 30-day free trial, and then it goes and it'll create your account. Give it a second. And it will say thank you, you're part of the pack. What happens next? You get confirmation email, and you get an email containing your logins to the dashboard. Now I don't know if this will work because that was my personal email, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it in the back end route, which I probably shouldn't show you. I can't show you the sign up process.
So they get a welcome.
Oh, here we go. Look, there we go. Look, there we go. Look, it's come through. It's come through. I can see it. Give me a sec. We can see it.
And,
sorry.
Was there a welcome pack or?
There is a welcome pack. So as soon as you trigger the subscription, we'll send you a nice little welcome pack. I haven't got them here with me because I'm getting ready for the event tomorrow. So I've been at home all day, just sort of sorting out logistically. But there's like a bunch of freebies that we're giving out. There is a welcome pack. It contains the sticker for your window to say, come and book me on Tuft. It contains a dashboard starter guide. It contains some nice treats. And it contains a nice letter saying thank you. And it's got my story on it if you're interested in that. And yeah, it's got a bunch of other stuff in it. And obviously we're doing lots of offers and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Let's have a look. So I've even gone into spam myself, I think. No, I didn't. Where that email come from? This is why you shouldn't work with live TV.
No.
Okay, give me one sec. Look, I've got it here. I will show you what you see when you log in. So go to, again, this is not the address, so don't do this. But this is the screen that you will see, but on the live site. So it generates its own password, which we do for security reasons, but you can always go in and change it because it is quite a long one. But we do recommend 8 characters or above. Now, I can't guarantee this will work, so I may have already used this email address. Invalid. You know, one of the things that I've learned about making an app, you have to have 100 email addresses to be able to test it. Let me try this again.
Do you get back office reports as well on how much money you've done and things like that?
Yep. Yeah, I can show you that on the live one. And you get breed reports. Sorry, I'm going to have to concentrate for 1 second because I keep putting the password in wrong. Spencer's killing everyone, I'm sure. No, it's not going to let me in. It's because I've used that email address before.
That's fine. They'll have to sign up to the trial to find out.
What I was trying to demonstrate is that when you log in, you are presented with a screen that walks you through the process. So there's 4 steps in getting your salon live. It comes up at the bottom of the screen, which disappears once you go through the process. So it's once you log in, you do your 4 steps, and then you're pretty much good to go.
Brilliant. Cool. You're in our Facebook group, aren't you? So
yeah,
you can go back over all the comments that have been made on the live, and then maybe you can just answer them off individually, just so that we get the right information to the people that have asked the questions. And I'll let you put all of your contact details within the comments of the live, and then we'll make sure it's transferred over to the YouTube video as well when it comes out. So go and check out Tuft, see if it's a fit for you as a new groomer or an existing groomer. And any questions, make sure you get in touch with Chloe. She, like I said, she is in the group as well. So tag Chloe in any questions underneath the live that we've done, and let me know how it goes.
Thank you so much. It's been lovely.
That's all right. It's been
good.
I
really hope everyone loves it.
Take care, Chloe, and hopefully we'll catch up soon, and you'll let me know how it's all going.
I will, after I've gotten through this craziness of the event, which is all over Instagram. It's going to be all over Instagram. I'm really active on Instagram. So if you're not on Instagram yet, go over and follow me on Instagram.
What's the Instagram account, quickly?
It's just at tuft.uk.
Cool. And you're going to be where at the weekend?
Blenheim Palace, doing all about dogs, and we're giving away loads of goodies.
Everyone likes,
including Tuft tennis balls, which are awesome.
Excellent, excellent.
Cool.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, Chloe, and we'll catch up soon.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.